Good evening to all and welcome to this session of naturopathic nutrition. So in naturopathy, diet itself is medicine. As Hippocrates, the father of medicine, has rightly told that your food is thy medicine and thy medicine is your food. So naturopathy stresses on the whole plant-based diet and organic food. We emphasize for the patients to consume, not only to the patients, even to the general public, to consume organic and chemical free food. That is very, very important. Because every time you're eating or drinking something, you're feeding the disease or fighting the disease. So you should be very careful in putting your food and drinks which will help your body to fight the disease and improve your immune system. It is always better if you go for the food which is free of pesticides and chemicals. And even we don't advise in naturopathy to go for too much of artificial supplements of food, that is the nutritional supplements, because our body can absorb the nutrients in a better way when you take it in the normal dietary form. See, many of the vitamins and minerals like vitamin B complex and vitamin C, they are not heat stable. So once you boil them or heat them, they get completely destroyed. But whereas when you take it in the raw form, they are absorbed better in your system. Especially the sprouted grains are very good for your health because it is a rich source of vitamin B complex and vitamin C, which can be eaten raw. You can sprout the grains like the moong, moth sprouts, alfalfa. These are very good and it is easily digestible in your system as well. And nutrition is not only about eating healthy, but also it depends upon how well your intestines are absorbing the food. That is also very important. In case you have any problems with any of the absorptional diseases, like if you're suffering from any celiac disease or any inflammatory conditions in the intestines, you may not be able to absorb all the food from the nutrients. So checking up your intestines, that is also very important for the proper absorption of the food. When diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. When diet is correct, medicine is of no need. So you should avoid fried food, sweets, chocolates, alcohol, non-vegetarian food, and all the refined food products, especially maida products, are very bad. That is your bakery items, pizza, pasta, which is made out of the refined flour, is very bad for your health. And same with the processed food, processed cheese is also very bad for your health. And even the additives, preservatives, stabilizing agents, coloring agents, they are also very much harmful to your system in the long run, and that also leads to different types of diseases. You should have a balanced diet in your day-to-day life. That is very important. That is a proper combination of carbohydrates, protein, fat, minerals, and vitamins are very much essential. And you can't think about the calorific value of the food. See, you can't have just a samosa in the morning and say that my whole day's diet is over. So samosa will not give you a balanced vitamins, minerals, what is required to your system. So what I mean to say is that when you're having your meal, it should be a proper combination of all these protein, carbohydrates, fat, minerals, and vitamins. It is always good if you have a rainbow salad in your diet. that is different colors of fruits and vegetables, because each and every vegetable has got different vitamins and minerals in it in different proportions, which will be beneficial to your health. And nutrition is required not only for the growth, energy, repair, and also to prevent a lot of diseases, especially chronic diseases like kidney diseases, cancer, cardiovascular diseases like the heart problems. All these things can be prevented with the proper diet. And in naturopathy, we classify the food into 3 types, that is the sattvic diet, rajasic diet, and the tamasic diet. So sattvic diet is nothing but the pure balanced diet, which is comprised of salads, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, whole grains, and probiotics, which gives you calmness, happiness, and mental clarity. And the rajasic food, which is overstimulating and irritating to your system, that consists of hot, spicy, salty, and with lot of masalas. And the next is the tamasic food, which increases your weakness and laziness. So this is found more with the red meat, fish, and overripe and underripe fruits and vegetables, and fermented food like the breads, pastries, alcohol, wine. So all these things are known as tamasic food, which leads to laziness and weakness. And it is also important to know what to eat. So you should consume lots of high fiber diet, which is found in fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, green leafy vegetables, beans. All these things contain good amount of fiber, because high fiber is very important to maintain a proper gut health, that is your colon health, because colon is the hub for all the diseases. So once your colon is hale and healthy, then definitely you can prevent a lot of diseases. So once you take high fibrous diet, it improves the peristaltic movement of the intestines. That is, whatever toxins and fecal matter is embedded in the large intestine, everything gets excreted out when you take a lot of salads, sprouts, and vegetable soups in your diet. And even the sprouts are also very good, which is high in fiber. Constipation is the mother of all diseases. So once you overcome this constipation with the proper management of nutrition, then definitely you can prevent a lot of diseases. And how much to eat is also very important, because we have the habit of stuffing the food till the throat, but actually it is very harmful to our health. We have to stop eating or leave the table only when the stomach is half filled. See, even at home in the mixer grinder you can see, if we stuff the mixie completely till the brim, the pulverization does not take place, the proper mixing of the food doesn't take place. Same thing happens with our stomach also. We have to fill half the stomach with the food, and the other half we have to leave it for the air, and so that the hydrochloric acid and the other enzymes what will be secreted by the small intestine, the stomach, all these enzymes will mix up properly, and there will be proper pulverization of the food, and then it will be excreted out properly. So when we take in food, the digestion, absorption, assimilation, and excretion is very important. Only when all these tasks are done efficiently, only then we can call that food as a nutritious diet. And then how many times to eat, that is also very important. In Veda they say that Ekabhuktam Mahayogi. The person who eats once a day is a yogi. Dvibhuktam Mahabhogi. So who eats twice a day is a bhogi. And the person who eats 3 times a day is a rogi. So that is the reason we have to have only one meal a day. That is the proper thing. Breakfast, you can have some fruits. See, the very meaning of break fast. The whole night you have been fasting for 8 to 12 hours, and the next day morning you are breaking your fast. So it is always better if you break the fast with the fruits, and then you can have a meal, a healthy, wholesome meal you can have. That is, you can have rice, that is the unpolished rice you can have, whole wheat grains, roti you can have made out of jowar, bajra, ragi, wheat, or you can have a mixed grain atta roti with a bowl of dal, any type of dal, legume, tofu, skimmed paneer, anything you can take for your protein requirement, with a bowl of green leafy vegetables and a bowl of cooked mixed vegetables, and then you can have a bowl of vegetable soup or buttermilk or a bowl of curd. And dinner also, it is always better if you have fruits, salads, sprouts and a bowl of soup for the dinner. And fasting is also a very important factor in naturopathy nutrition. Langanam paramaushadam. Fasting is the supreme cure for all diseases. Upavasa, that means purposeful abstinence from the food, which is also very much vital for the good health. So it is not that scary that when you think of fasting, oh, fasting, how can I do it? It is not a difficult task at all. See, the very idea of fasting is that it's not that you are only doing the fasting only with the water. You can do the fasting with the juices or with the vegetable broths or soup. You should drink 3 liters of water every day, and especially during fasting. Apart from this 3 liters of water, you can have juices or soups every 2 hours. See, what happens in our day-to-day process is that all our body's vital energy is diverted towards digestion and absorption of the food. There is no time for elimination or excretion of toxins from our body. But whereas when you are on fasting, all your vital energy is diverted towards cleansing the system. So spring cleaning happens when you observe the fasting. But fasting should always be done under the medical supervision of the doctors initially, because you do not know the procedure, what has to be done during the fasting, which is very vital to obtain optimum health. Because during fasting, a lot of chemical reactions takes place in our system. So for that, we need the mud pack, enema, colon hydrotherapy, and different types of naturopathy treatments. So once you do a cleansing technique of fasting in a Naturecure center, so you get a fair knowledge of the do's and don'ts, what you should be doing while you are on fasting. Then even after you go back home, we advise you to do the fasting only once in a week, not beyond that. So during this fasting, instead of the mud pack, which is not available at home, you can do a jelly pack or a towel pack, where you can just take a turkey towel, dip it in the ice water and keep it on the abdomen, which helps to increase your blood circulation to your abdominal and to the pelvic organs, and even it helps you to absorb excess of heat from your system. Apart from this, enema or the intake of purgative powder or laxative powder is also very important to cleanse the toxins, the morbid matter and the fecal matter embedded in your large intestine and rectum. So, fasting is a panacea for health, but it has to be done in a systematic way, which is very important. Because many people do the fasting in the name of religion. They do the fasting from morning till evening and do the feasting in the night. So, this is very bad. Fasting has to be done for the full 24 hours, only then you can reap the benefit. So, if you start your fasting from this morning, you should break your fast only the next day morning with the fruits. It's not that you're fasted for the whole day and the next day morning you're enjoying your puris and parathas, thinking that you have done a great achievement in the last day, in the last evening. So let me relish and enjoy this morning. So whatever benefits you have achieved by fasting for 24 hours, everything gets nullified when you don't break it systematically. That is why we have 3 phases of breaking the fasting. The first phase is the eliminative phase, where you are on the fasting phase only with the liquids, either with the juices, soups or buttermilk, anything in the form of liquids. And the second stage is the soothing stage, where you are eating fruits and then followed with the raw salads, or if you are not able to digest the raw salads, if you have too much of acidity and gas formation, then you can go for the steamed vegetables, lightly steam cooked or sauteed vegetables. And then only the third meal has to be a wholesome diet with whole grains, cooked vegetables, green leafy vegetables, soup and buttermilk. Only when you break it systematically, only then you get the complete benefit. So if you follow all these nutritional tips, definitely that will help in boosting your immunity also during this pandemic time. So I would also advise you that along with the consumption of fresh fruits, vegetables, you should avoid all fried food and refrigerated and frozen items, and incorporate lot of probiotic food like curds, buttermilk, and eat lot of good spices like turmeric, pepper, ginger, garlic, all these things, onion, all these things helps to boost up your immune system, which is very vital during this pandemic times. Not only during this pandemic times, even throughout the year, you should build up your immune system and keep it strong like an army. It is like a big wall or a big front wall to protect you from all diseases. It is the main frontier, your immune system. See, there may be an outbreak of cholera, typhoid. It will not attack everybody in the family. Only the persons who are having a weak immune system, only then this bacteria and virus can thrive in your system. In naturopathy, we believe that accumulation of toxins is the root cause for all diseases. So once you don't have any toxins inside, then the bacteria and virus cannot thrive in. See, even in the lab, for the bacteria and virus to thrive, you need a culture or a medium of growth to grow and multiply. Same with our internal system as well. So once the colon is clean and healthy and our immune system is strong enough and the blood is also purified with fresh oxygen by following the yoga, pranayam, healthy diet and naturopathy treatments, then definitely you can prevent a lot of diseases. So I advise everybody to consume naturally occurring food and avoid any type of synthetic supplements, stale food, and frozen food during all times. Any queries do I have from the audience? Okay then, thank you very much.